Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back doing another Guilds of Ravnica Intermediate Swiss Draft League. The rare is Blood Operative. I'm fine taking it. It's a good card. Lifelink is pretty important. This can be a very fast format. A lot of Boros floating around. Some Izzet aggro as well. And otherwise it can come back, so it's good it's good against aggro, it's good against slower decks. Because it can come back later. So very, very good card. Also, Gird for Battle, Harpooner. I like the Snitch, the Recruit, the Luminous Bonds. Those are all worthy of mentioning cards as well. But let's take the Blood Operative here. Ooh. Well, I'm fine following up with the Light of the Legion. It's kind of an awkward card. It's a powerful card, but it is a little bit awkward. Because if you're Boros, unless you're big Boros, you don't really want to play a 6-drop. And then Selesnya, it doesn't convoke, but you can still play it in Selesnya too. So we're going to take it here. There's really nothing. No, there's a Direct Current. That's not true. Direct Current's good. Challenger's good. Those are the Dimir Informant, sort of. Those are the only two cards worthy of mentioning. Informant has Blood Operative synergy, but we're definitely just taking the strongest card here. Undoubtedly, the Light of the Legion. We can take the Luminous Bonds now. There's an Inescapable Blaze, another crack at a Direct Current. We probably take the Bonds. I already kind of explained there's definitely some matchups where you're unhappy with Luminous Bonds. Unhappy playing Luminous Bonds, I should say. There's also times where you're happy to have it, but if your opponent's playing Prey Upon, it gets significantly worse, and if they're playing Severed Strands, it also gets significantly worse. And I guess if they're playing, in fact, this pack basically has everything that makes the card bad. Unexplained Disappearance, Severed Strands. We're just missing the Prey Upon for the trifecta of cards that make Luminous Bonds much worse. But we'll take the Bonds despite that. Here, you can take the Peacemaker. I've found it to be very good. Not so good if you're playing aggro, but if you've got a nice mid-range plan, you're very, very happy to play this card. Gives you that survivability you want and need. There's also a hired poisoner in here, but I'm fine taking the Peacemaker and inching towards possibly playing Selesnya. We'll see. Other good cards in here are, yeah, pretty much Poisoner. That's about it. There's not too much else. Here we have World Soul Colossus, which is a good card. And I'm fine taking it. There's also a Vigor Spore Worm back towards the, I guess, a Golgari deck, but I don't actually play World Soul Colossus all that often. It's an uncommon, so I guess that makes sense, but it's a good card. Definitely a good card. Obviously scales that with where you're at in the game. I do love Glaive of the Guild Pact, on the other hand, but there is a Might of the Masses in here too. I mean, given that we have 0 gates, to be honest, I kind of want to take the Glaive here. Just based on that last draft, I want to see if I've been undervaluing this the whole time. The problem is, I know that Might of the Masses is good, so I kind of just want to take it. But I want to see how good Glaive of the Guild Pact is. That's tough. I'm just going to go with my intuition. Well, my intuition actually says take Might of the Masses, but my gut says take Glaive of the Guild Pact. Oh, I mean, and then we just get the same pack. Okay, well now we'll take the Might of the Masses. I feel like that was our reward for taking the Glaive of the Guild Pact, because I wanted it anyway, and we got the same options in the next pack, so perfect. Take the Might. Ooh, Cavalier. Well, good news. We're in the right archetype, so taking the Cavalier here over a Bonds and a Crushing Canopy. Harpooner is fantastic. Doesn't even matter if you're in Golgari or not. Just a really powerful card. Kills flyers all day too. Just really, really strong. Taking over Pax Favor. Okay, Wood Shaper seems fine. Get some card advantage going. I think we're pretty safely nestled into Selesnya at this point. I actually like Hitchclaw Recluse. I probably like it more than Sprouting Renewal. You need to be able to stop those flyers. That's a big deal. It's also really good with the glaive. Alright, maybe Splash for Uprising. Pretty unlikely. Bigger Spore Worm is... Oh, we'll at least cut green. I think you kind of want to... Ooh, Sundew's fine, though. You kind of want to play the Vigor Spore Worm in Golgari most of the time, but I would say we got a good start here, though. No, I'm not going to play this unless I have some gates. But we'll make it happen. Okay, so we can take Pitiless Gorgon, District Guide. Probably take the Guide. Good Dimir cards here. I actually really like Gorgon, but District Guide is good. Get some card advantage, find the land. It's helpful. We'll take it. And you can find gates for your Glaive of the Guild Pact. What more do you want? Steam vents, huh? Well, we can take the Golgari Guild Gate. There's a Portcullis Vine, which does technically work with our Grappling Sundew, but I'm okay taking a gate now. I'm not giving up too much for it. Pax Favor, but nobody seems to like Pax Favor anymore, so we'll probably end up wheeling it. Or wheeling the Portcullis Vine. Either one is fine. I mean, technically we could wheel the Guild Gate too, but I want to play the Guild Gate. Flower Flourish, we've got Selesnya Guild Gate, Gatekeeper Gargoyle if we want to continue down this gate path. Glaive of the Guild Pact Gatekeeper Gargoyle deck. Sounds fun. There's a Siege Worm too. All sorts of goodies in here. Could just take the gate. I do like Flower Flourish quite a bit, but if you're going to go gates, you go all out gates. That's what I say. I mean, we could take the Gargoyle and just really continue down a gate path if we wanted. Okay, let's do that actually. Let's try and make another little gate deck here. I don't want to play the colorless gates, colorless in, parentheses. Like it's not even playable outside of, like, I don't want to play a Into the Battlefield tap colorless rock. That doesn't sound good. But there's a Skyline Scout in here, Pax Favor. Maybe another Recluse is in order. We've got a nice little mid-range plan. Although, I'm probably okay taking the Pax Favor too. Alright, we'll take the trick over this Recluse. Crushing Canopy, Shieldmate seems good. Can never really have enough 2-drops. I've always said that. Crushing Canopy, sideboard card. Take the Shieldmate. Another Colossus seems good. There's a Boros Guildgate though. Maybe we're good on expensive cards now. How many Colossi do I want to play? Probably not that many. We're going to take the on-color gate here because we've got a couple little gate enablers now. There's a Take Heart here too and a Sworn Companion. Why does this pack have to have everything? It's just mean. Well, Ledev Champion. Welcome aboard, buddy. Welcome to the deck. Another World Soul Colossus, another Take Heart, but obviously the champion here. Glaive of the Guild Pact, all of them. Well, alright, we're taking the Guild Gate happily. I've never seen so many Glaive of the Guild Pacts. Here we'll take the Gorgon over the Restorer, which is actually a fine sideboard card. Another Pax Favor. I think was this the pack where, I can't recall if this was the pack that had the gate in it. It might be, but we'll take a Pax Favor over a Portcullis Vine. I don't think we need to go down a vine path. This was the one. Alright, so there's a Siege Worm we could take too, which I think would be fine, but I'm going to take the gate. Alright, got the Recluse back. Very good. Bigger Spore Worm. We already have one. I guess I'll take a Utopia in case there's something crazy I want to splash. Seems unlikely. Portcullis Vine now, sure. I would say we're looking pretty good. We got our gate rewards. We got the Might of the Masses. We passed another one. Getting last pick on color playable cards. I mean, it's not going to be played in our deck, but it's a good card. Very playable. We did pass a Siege Worm for a gate. I don't really have any regrets about that. Our top end is looking pretty good. Cavalier, Champion, Light, Colossus. All these cards win the game. Dawn of Hope. Yep. Well. Dawn of Hope with Glaive of the Guild Pact. That is sexy. So Might of the Masses in here. Another Golgari Guildgate. All of which is good. So we want all the Peacemakers you could possibly imagine. We'll settle for another Let-Up Champion, which is great. There's also a Healer's Hawk in here, but Champion is just fantastic. We have a lot of 3-drops, I admit. Splash for Assassin, probably not. There's a Parhelion Patrol, which is good. I'm going to take the Gate. I think we're going to end up with enough playables, and like I said, I kind of want our Gate rewards to be pretty good. Technically, we could splash black pretty easily now. I don't know if I want to splash for an Undercity Uprising, but sideboard option. Grappling Sundew actually looks really good in here. Defender Reach. Get us to that late game. Gateway Plaza is in fact a gate. There's also a Selesnya Guildgate. Considering we're 2-color, I think I'm just going to play the Selesnya Guildgate. I just don't think that we're going to need that Gateway Plaza. And I don't want to have to tap a land when I play it. Okay, we could take an Arboretum Elemental. Or we could take another Wood Shaper. I think our top end is still good. I'm okay taking the Wood Shaper here. It's just some card advantage for us. Body plus card advantage. Very good with the Glaive. Conclave Guildmage. Champion number 3. Centaur Peacemaker. The options are incredible here. I'm thinking about actually taking the Peacemaker, believe it or not. And the main reason is because life gain is going to be really important for us. Besides having amazing synergy with Dawn of Hope, we just need to survive and we're going to win. We have Dawn of Hope. We have Glaive of the Guild Pact. We've got Fatties. All we need to do is live. And I think the best way for us to live is probably taking the Peacemaker. Guildmage makes an army, which is great. But I'm going to go Peacemaker here, and I don't think I'm going to regret it. I think gaining 4 life is huge with the late game plan we have. Another Grappling Sundew is pretty welcome, actually. But I think I'm going to go Gate. I want to live in a gated community here. Sundew is good for our deck, though. It's a good way to just block and live. I'm going to take the Gate anyway. More gates. There's a Stray. There's a Shieldmate. We've already got a deck. I'm just going to take gates. Never looking back. Might of the Masses. What a gift. Gate, but don't need it. We'll take a 3rd Recluse. Portcullis Vine. Yeah, we're likely not playing it, to be honest, but we'll put it in there for now. Lurcher. All the Vines. We'll take an Elemental now. I like what we're doing. Got a Guildmage back. That's incredible. Yeah, I feel like Selesnya is open all the time, quite frankly. Just last bit card we wanted. Love it. Yeah, this deck is awesome. Very awesome. So we've actually got to make cuts here. We've got the best problem anybody can have. We got to make cuts. So, do I like the Elemental or the Colossus more? I probably like the... Well, let's see. If I pay 9 mana for this, what do I get? I get a 7/7 without Hexproof. But this scales. I think it's better than Elemental. Elemental, you have to have 9. This you can play as a 4/4 in a pinch for 6 mana and not feel... Well, not feel great about it, but not feel terrible about it either. So I don't want to cut any of our spells, to be honest. We have 22 creatures, so we can pretty easily cut some creatures here and be perfectly fine. Maybe we don't need the Vines. We do have 2 Sundews, which synergize reasonably well with them, but I think we boot the... We'll bring them in and if we need them. I don't think we will, but we'll see. 4 more cuts. Jeez. Maybe one of the recluses can go. Actually, difficult choice here. Could cut the Gorgon. I kind of like it. Not cutting the guide. Don't really want to cut any of my 2-drops. I guess we cut some 3-drops then. Maybe a Gorgon and a Recluse go. I like them both, but I feel like we just cut them. Yeah, like I said, I kind of want to run all these spells. What's the final cut? This is actually hard choice. Maybe we bring in the Recluses against the Flyers. Problem is no, we still have reach. Yeah, we have Harpooner and Double Sundew. Okay, maybe we don't need the Recluses. Maybe. We'll see. I might want them. If stuff gets hairy. But this is a pretty sweet deck. Just Glaive of the Guild Pack dot deck here. Much more green than white, but our mana base is pretty stellar, so we're going to play all of our gates again. Playing 8, which leaves us with 9 untapped lands. We already have 7 green and 6 white. Space for 9 more. This would be 12 green and 10 white. Yeah, 12 green, 10 white seems fine to me. Fun looking deck. We got a couple gate payoffs. We already tried the Glaive of the Guild Pack. Now we get to see what we think of this Gatekeeper Gargoyle. Remember, it doesn't get bigger as you play more gates. It just enters with counters equal to gates you control, which I would say is much worse, but still, definitely potentially powerful in a deck running 8 gates. So, fun. We've got a fantastic late game plan. I like what it's doing. We're going to run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Round 1. On the play, we're going to play first. Keeping this. Very nice. I would like to hold off on the Peacemaker now, but I need 5 mana to get Dawn of Hope plus Peacemaker, or Peacemaker plus draw a card, I should say. So, is it going to happen? Not sure, but depending on what I draw, we may be able to live that card draw life gain dream. I probably don't have to, though, to be honest, because I can just go Peacemaker into Spit Tokens Out or Wood Shaper, both of which are pretty luxurious options here. We'll see. If I draw something else, I'm happy to play it, but if it's a land, we probably just go, yeah. We're going the Peacemaker route here. I'm okay with it. So playing against Dimir, which do have good late game plans too, but ours is pretty nice. We have a pretty nice plan, considering we already have a resolved Dawn of Hope here. Crawl Swarm in the yard, huh? Guess that makes sense. Options. So I can get the Informant off the board now. By playing a Pax Favor, we can spit out a 1/1 token. We can play a Wood Shaper. All of these are pretty good options. I'm trying to think which one I like the most. I can also attack with the Peacemaker, trade a Might of the Masses for an Informant, and follow up with a Sundew. It's not great, it's not bad either. I think we're just gonna pass and make a token. I want to get a little... And if he just leaves all the mana up, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. 5 mana. So... I think we just play the Wood Shaper. Harpooner seems good. So I think we'll just cast the Pax Favor here. If they block, trade a Pax Favor for a bounce spell or removal, whatever. Because my thinking is, it'd be a card for a card. If they block and we play Pax Favor, and this is obviously fine too. We gain some life. We don't get to draw, but I'm okay with that. Okay. So they're getting some card advantage going here. They'll eventually have to tap out. I know it. I know it. Okay. They're tapped out. Very good. So technically, we can play a district guide. Could find an untapped land. Let's see what we want to do here. I gotta think. I can play district guide, attack with. Or do I want to just start building the board up? Both of those seem pretty good. I think we're just gonna go guide. We'll get another Selesnya Guildgate, play it. We're gonna play a Harpooner. Or a Sundew, rather. Well, maybe it is the Harpooner. Because the Harpooner can actually attack. We can't kill a flyer, but I'm not sure that actually matters. We can also attack with a soldier here. But then we may not be able to play the Harpooner depending on how they block. Because they might just block with a berry. I'm going to attack with the soldier here. Because I want to see how they block. This is a great trade for us. We kill their thing. We gain 5 life. We don't get to draw a card, but... And I suppose we don't get to follow up with a Harpooner. I don't actually know if that matters. Okay. They're getting some card advantage going here. That's a big play. I kind of want to wait until they tap out before doing that. Let's do Dawn of Hope. Although I want to draw cards now, don't I? I think that we... Hmm. We don't even have to play Pax Favor, do we? Let's just get in. We're going to start drawing cards here. Actually, I guess we could attack with the Wood Shaper too. It doesn't even matter if the Wood Shaper dies. We're just going to draw cards. Yeah, I'm not even going to waste a Pax Favor on it. Yeah, this is perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. They kill our thing. We go Pax Favor. We actually go Dawn of Hope plus Pax Favor. Alright. You bounce our soldier. You do your thing. We go Dawn of Hope. We go Pax Favor on this. Kill your thing. Get our damage in. And pass. They burn a card on our nothing. We have another lifelinker. This is good. Dowser of Lights. Alright. So, they're tapped out. Oh, we have Light of Legion too. So we can play Light of the Legion and it pumps our whole thing if they kill it. I think we do that while they're tapped out. That seems good to me. They kill it, pumps our team. Not gonna complain about that. Guess they could capture Spirit. Oh, well, they do. And a House Guildmage, sure. Okay. Alright. So this can start spitting guys out. We can... I think we attack with everything. Attack with everything. Or we can just glaive the Peacemaker here too. Start getting in with that. And they don't even have good blocks. That's pretty good too, isn't it? Alright. Let's start this process here. Let's get in. Menace just makes it. So we kill their big dude. Pass. Mm-hmm. Gate number 3 is really nice. Let's equip our guy. Sure. Just wasting cards on our thing. I think we're okay with that. So, Sundew versus Guildmage. I say Guildmage, definitely. Yeah, they can get a card draw. We'll allow it. Oh, just a Doom Whisperer. Okay. So, hmm. Trample gets over the indestructible too, huh? Hmm. Um. Yeah, I guess we equip an attack actually, because if they block with Doom Whisperer, we'll just kill it. Seems pretty good. Um. We may want to just make a life linker here now that I think about it. Okay. So, did we end up getting a Crushing Canopy? No, I can't remember. Okay, so we can kill that. With the Harpooner. Can also block it with a Sundew. Not sure if I like that more or less. Huh. Okay. Bonds. Well, that's pretty nasty, actually. Let's go, Glaive here. And get in with the lifelinker. We don't even have to use Harpooner, do we? No. They're just taking it. Impressive. So, I think we will, in fact, gain, or draw a card, rather. And we'll use a bonds on the dude. Oh, I see. They're gonna make us discard. Okay. I forgot. I don't know if we got any enchantment removal. Now that I'm thinking about it. We're also behind our opponent on the clock. But I don't know if that even matters. So, another guild gate. Let's go Harpooner. Well, do we want to do Peacemaker first? Do we even want to draw off Peacemaker? Probably not. Let's do Harpooner, kill Flyer. And get in for 5 here, I suppose. Is it whenever it deals damage to a player, right? Okay, good. They don't even want to play it out. That's pretty slick. Okay. Could bring in the Recluses. We're playing against another slow value deck. So what can we do for more value? Well, we have to kill Doom Whisperer, so maybe splash for the Undercity Uprising. The thing is, as good as Disinformation Campaign is, we're still pretty sad, actually, because we've got Lead of Champions, which are just going to win the game, Mana Sinks. Mana Sinks that win the game, Mana Sink that wins the game. I feel like there's even another one, Mana Sink that wins the game. Later it gets, the better it gets. Later it gets, the better it gets. Same with World Soul Colossus. We've got some card advantage. I don't know. I feel like even without the enchantment removal, we've got plenty of ways to win. I kind of like the Gorgon here, though. It attacks into quite a few things. We could cut like a shield mate for it. Just because it's kind of a whatever card. Sundew's at least block the Watcher in the Mist. And kind of the Doom Whisperer, but not really. I guess that's it. Gorgon's at least good with the glaive too. So let's see if they want to be on the draw, because if I were them, I would want to be on the draw. They want to be play first though, which I don't think is a good idea. I mean, I suppose if they stick a turn 3 disinformation campaign, it might be a good idea, but we'll see. I'm not 100% convinced yet. I could have played the Sundew, but I don't think we need to. I might discard the Sundew if they play the campaign. It's good card advantage for them. Darkblade Agent I'm a little bit less concerned about. So choices are Peacemaker, Gorgon. I suppose since we have 2 Peacemakers, we'll probably do that. The life gain here, though, is valuable. Gorgon seems more valuable to us, though. We'll play the Peacemaker. Offer up tradesies to a Darkblade Agent. Okay, they do have the Disinformation campaign. So I think we'll just ditch the Sundew. Might of the Masses. Alright. Well, we need to get as much strong stuff out there as possible. I think we're going champion now. Oh, I guess we have to do another Peacemaker to block the agent. I don't like what Disinformation Campaign does against us, but we'll see. It is a tough card to beat, but it's possible with our deck, definitely. It is a really remarkably strong card, though, I've got to say. So, we'll kill that. So guild gate number 3. And I guess we'll go champion, attack, and might of the masses probably. And if they don't block, it's okay too, but yeah. So we'll get that off the board. All right. So I suppose that we ditch the wood shaper since drawing off it probably ends up getting discarded anyway. I mean, yeah. This is kind of how you lose against disinformation campaign, but I don't know what to tell you. Like, if they don't have campaign, I feel super confident. And even if they do have campaign like this, we still just have really a lot of good draws. So it's like, right now my opponent is playing their best case scenario, and I still feel pretty good. Okay, well, unfortunately, Doom Whisper is a big deal too. All right, let's get in here. That's actually, at least they can only do it once a turn. With the Whisper, I mean. That's still pretty good. Hmm. I guess I could have sandbagged the land to make them think we had something else. Well, looks like I'm going to be losing a gate here. Whoopsie. Okay. Well, maybe I actually want to put in the Recluses over the Grappling Sundews now that I think about it. That probably makes more sense since they can actually attack, and curve isn't that important either. So, alright. Okay. Hmm. I think they're just digging for their bounce spell, which kind of makes sense, I guess. We have enough creatures at this point to kill the... Oh, they really are digging for that bounce spell, I think. Oh, that's kind of good. Good value there. Okay. No attacks this time, so we can block and draw. Let's see. We're at 11. They have disinformation campaign. I think that we just block like this. We go these three, and then here. Got less than 10 minutes too. So I do have to pick it up a little bit, but it doesn't help that we have a bunch of triggers and kind of a slow deck here. I probably just need to F6. I may just want to concede here. Yeah, we probably do, just to save the time. I want to be able to think my process out here in game 3. All right. So we'll go to game 3. We're taking out the Sundews for Recluses because they can actually attack. I do wish there was something I could do against the big flyer. It's just like a splash uprising, which is okay, but not good enough. Hmm. Hmm. No, I think this is it. And I still think we want to be on the draw, believe it or not. We gotta mull this. I'm wasting clock here, and I really have to think. This hand I don't think is gonna do it. I can't decide. I'm on the draw. I get to scry. I don't think I can win at 5. That's the problem. I don't think winning at 5 is likely or, well, possible, but not likely against our opponent's deck. So I think we're going to have to keep a bad hand. I guess we could technically double Might of the Masses if I had to. It trades with one card though. It's not very good. Let's just play the Dawn. Hmm. Um. 3 cards. So I guess we can attack actually. Um. We don't have to play the Might actually. All right. Well, it's gonna be a problem. Guess it's the Wood Shaper. Hmm. Trade a Might for a unexplained disappearance, I guess. If they bounce a token to trade for a Might, we can at least play the Light of the Legion if we draw land. If we don't draw land, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, actually. I guess I might have to sandbag the Might to not lose my Light of the Legion. I'm not sure. Oh, we did get the land. Well, not quite the one I'm looking for. That's alright. We'll just make a Dawn of Hope token, I think. Yeah, we basically were just hoping they didn't see the disinformation campaign, but we saw it a couple times. I suppose they probably saw it all 3 games, didn't they? Yeah. Maybe they have a couple of them, though. Alright. Well, guess we're gonna lose our World Soul Colossus here. I mean, technically we can sandbag lands to not have to discard like this, but in that instance we actually couldn't because we needed it to play the light. Yeah, we kind of hoped they didn't have that either, but they did. Yeah. Disinformation campaign is pretty absurdly strong, I will admit. Alright, guess we play a champion and pass. There's no reason to draw, because they just make us discard it. Okay. Basically, I think we do pretty good in this match if they don't see disinformation campaign. That's, I guess, the only thing I can say. Because we pretty much can deal with everything else. And now I've got a bit of a mana issue happening here. Where I don't have the tools to... Yeah. I don't have enough mana to make tokens and do things. And I can't draw cards anymore either because they just end up getting discarded. We did just crit game one on the back of a Glaive of the Guild Pact, but that sort of fell by the wayside afterwards. I don't think I can sandbag lands either. That's kind of another issue here. I don't think that I'm able to sandbag lands, and yeah. And I can't draw. Yeah, that's the main issue. So I can't draw because I just get it discarded, and I can't make enough creatures to pose any sort of threat. So once again, I guess it comes down to disinformation campaign at that particular time in both games and the matches just really just put us at a point where we can't do anything. Recluse is nice because it blocks, but we're still just sort of treading water. That's the main issue here. All right, we'll see you in round two. Round two, we've got a snap maul here. This one we're going to be forced to keep, and we're bottoming that. Hmm. That's a good card. All right. Alright, I think we just play a champion. Hmm. I think since we have a second one and no other action, we probably block the Steam Can. They play like a sure strike and or a take heart, and at least they maybe don't have a follow-up. I'm not sure. But I feel like just taking a beating and playing another one doesn't do too much for me. Well, to be honest, we were hoping they didn't have a follow-up play. That was the hope. So now we take minimum 6 unless I block the scout. Hmm. May have to block the scout. Because I can try and bank on living long enough to make 1/1 white soldiers. It doesn't seem super likely though. I'm already thinking about sideboard, and we do have some good sideboard options. We're going to be cutting a lot of late game for a lot of early game. Like, we can probably get rid of some card advantage cards, I'm thinking. Okay, we'll take 1,000,000. Glaive's actually... Glaive, let's see, 3, 5, 7, 10. So unfortunately they have lethal. That does pose a big problem, because I want to make a dude. I guess I can... Okay. I think the only thing I can even think of that survives here is passing. We're going to block with our champion and make a 1/1 lifelink. We're going to equip it with a glaive and get in for 4. I still don't think that's good enough, but I'm not quite sure what else to do. So we make the token before our champion dies. And then we go, well, that's kind of cool. Let's go glaive equip. Again for 4. Play a land. Okay, so go to game 2. We're gonna get rid of basically all of our late game. Get rid of the wood shapers. Because our late game is gonna become... Do we even want to... We could get rid of all this, I think. We're bringing in the vines. We'll take a look. Gorgon can come in. Recluse probably comes in because it's cheaper blocks too. And then our plan is to win off a Glaive or a Dawn of Hope, I think. And we have Peacemakers too, so okay. I can do that. And then maybe a Gorgon. Okay, we don't need the expensive 6 drops. We just need to win off a Dawn or a Glaive or double Ledev champions. Yeah, we have enough win cons. We just need to live. I'm keeping the tricks though because we might want those too. And we definitely want to play first. And we can keep this, yeah. All right. Okay, it's a good draw. So we'll attack. And we'll just play a Recluse. If they attack into it, which I suspect they will, we won't block this time because of Take Heart, but then we can at least leave up some mana for Might of the Masses. Okay. Hmm. Great draw there. So let's get in with the Shield Mate again. Um, we can trade a Might. Okay. That's fine too. This Ledev champion does get stronger later, so this seems fine. Okay. Could actually double block here. I might just take the 4 though. I'm not sure. Yeah, double blocking, they probably killed a Recluse, I'm guessing. But I think we just take it because I have Might. They don't even want to. They thought I was going to trade, which is interesting. Because I don't think I would have. Sundew, nice. Okay, let's get the champion down now. And then attack. And I can just get stuff off their board, whatever. Seems fine. Oh, perfect. So we'll bonds that. And then just start smashing. Hopefully it just gets a concession. That'd be wishful thinking though, maybe. Alright, Blade Instructor. Plus Runaway Steam King. Got it. So, not super concerned about that, I guess. So we can attack for 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's guess make the thing and just attack here. And tap these 3. So we'll get him for 7 here. Okay. Here I think we just go Sundew, Guild Mage, and attack with the champ. Tap everything. Okay, looks like we got game 2 here. Yeah, just low curve as possible. We've got the late game to win, and that time we just won on the back of a champion without the glaive or the Dawn of Hope. So let's see if we can do that again. It's a good hand. A little bit slow, but it'll work. So we're going Shieldmate into District Guide. And we've got all the gates a little boy could ask for. Okay. Sundew's nice, actually. Let's still just getting in with the Shieldmate here. I mean, they kind of want to. I guess they don't have to block, though. They have the Candlelight Vigil, but they do want to block. So we'll play the guide. We'll get another Selesnya Guildgate. Deck thin a little bit. Next turn we can drop a gate plus a champion. And at least start to move towards a token plan here. Champion number 2 as well. It's nice. And then next turn we can go Sundew plus another champion. That's pretty good. Actually, I suppose we have some options here. That's a weird one. Interesting. Pax favor. I think it's important that we gain life. So now I'm just going to attack the champion here. Mm. Two cards left in their hand. No play. Huh. All right. Okay. Um. Hmm. Let's see. That's too bad for us. Hmm. Best use of mana as a champion. I'm gonna go Sundew here. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Sweet. Got there. We'll see you in round 3. Round 3. We're gonna play first here. We can keep. It's a good hand. Opponent mulls to 5 and keeps. That was a good draw. That was a good draw too. Ooh, Okran Assassin, huh? I think we're gonna just deal with that now. I want to keep all my creatures. Burglar Rat, well, at least we have a good discard. Dawn of Hope, jeez. Oops. Could have used Leda of Champ's ability with my Cavalier. My mistake. Oh, I guess it actually worked out okay in the end. Sure. So I guess if I'd pumped it, then Necrotic Wound wouldn't have gotten it there. That's true. That is true. Poisoner. Okay. Well, we're still getting in there. I'm willing to lose my... Actually, we don't have to. We give Trample, which I'm... The trade is just fine with me. They don't even want to do it. So we'll go Guildgate, Dawn of Hope, pass. Alright. Same as before. And we pass. I could have Pax favored, but I want a Dawn of Hope. Necrotic Wound, you got it. Or do you got it? I guess I can protect, can't I? Okay. Why not? Why not? Alright. So, playing against Golgari, I think our late game should be fine against that. Might want to consider the Gorgon, but... Yeah, they have Death Touch. I feel like that makes our Sundus worse. Because they're likely to not have flyers. So to me, it makes more sense to go even like a Recluse over a Sundu here. I kind of like that more. Typically, those decks aren't aggro either. But yeah, Sundus are going to be really bad against like Okran Assassin too. This is better. Let's do this. They didn't do bad on a mull to 5, to be perfectly honest. We're going to mull this hand. There's not enough action. I don't like this hand either. We should probably go to 5. One lander. No, I strongly dislike that hand, I think. Okay. I strongly dislike this hand too, but I think we're keeping now. least our opponent mulled to 5 again as well. Yep. So now we're in the position where we basically have to bottom anything that's not a land. Alright, well, at least we can play our Shieldmate, and if we can eventually play our District Guide, we can find our other colored mana. I think we will probably do the trade here. Just to get the Death Touch guy off the board, I suppose. Well, now I'd kind of prefer to get the Assassin off the board. Okay. Two cards left in our opponent's hand. Alright. I can tolerate that. Nope. They want to attack with Assassin now, so I'm definitely cool with that. Alright. We're going Guide, actually, so I can just jam a Guild Gate right now. And I'll block here. It's a good draw. We're playing the Guild Mage anyway. And if they attempt to kill it, we'll use the Pack's Favor. I'm actually not going to play the Glaive of the Guild Pack for that reason. Because we saw they have multiple necrotic wounds, so I'd rather... Maybe I should have. Oh, that's pretty good too, huh? Alright, we're just going Dawn of Hope now. Whoops. Plus Glaive and passing. Alright, we'll discard a Pack's Favor. So, yeah, we just get in. Yep. Give trample. Pass. I'm just gonna make a Dawn of Hope token, equip next turn, draw a card. Mm-hmm. We don't even need to draw. That's gonna be a little more challenging, I guess. One card left? Alright, we'll probably just slam a Gatekeeper Gargoyle and make them deal with that. And if they can deal with that, we'll play a Light of the Legion. All right, cool. Ended up going 2-1. Really like this deck a lot. Glaive of the Guildpact has rapidly become one of my favorite cards. Super fun to play. Gatekeeper Gargoyle played really well there. Evasive mid to late game win. So Selesnya mid range is pretty good. We did definitely, if we were to take away something from this draft, it would be that you really do. If you're going for the mid range plan, you got to be able to deal with pesky enchantments like Disinformation Campaign. Even with decks like ours that have a great mid range plan, like if we'd stuck a Glaive of the Guildpact, I think in games 2 or 3, I really do feel like it would have made a huge difference, but we didn't. And they slammed Disinformation Campaign against us and played it like 5 times and just slammed us. So definitely got to be conscious of that. It seems like enchantment removal is a pretty important sideboard thing that these decks need to be able to beat those decks with. So, all right, lesson learned. We'll see you in the next one.